Hey guys, Level Cap here, and today in gaming, Warzone's new map might be getting some major changes. Activision CEO took a pay cut, Apex Legends' next event will be massive, and much more. Warzone's Verdansk 84 map might be hinting at more significant things in store for the Battle Royale. A recent Call of Duty survey allegedly leaked the Red Door teleportation mechanic from the Black Ops Cold War campaign. The survey refers to it as the new fast travel system for the map. Obviously, Warzone doesn't currently have a fast travel system, but there is a shot of a red door in the Season 3 cutscene. Fans have pieced together a theory that suggests the current version of Warzone is part of a flashback. Verdansk was nuked to stop the zombie threat before Season 3 launched. It seems like flashing back to 1984 is part of a broader story that explains what caused the whole zombie horde thing. Future seasonal updates will probably expand on the storyline, ultimately revealing the nuked out version of Verdansk. Flashbacks and stories that span decades are a staple of the Black Ops franchise, so it makes sense that Warzone would get the same treatment with its Cold War integration. That said, it's a Battle Royale game. The story is secondary to actual playable content. In a nutshell, it sounds like Verdansk will get another major update at some point that adds fast travel similar to the subway system that was added in Modern Warfare Season 6. From there, it'll probably get more updates that tie it to Cold War or replace it with a modern-day post-nuked version. In other Warzone news, Raven are asking for feedback about the accessibility features. They're asking players to fill out a brief questionnaire form about accessibility issues with Warzone. Recent Call of Duty games have all had pretty decent colorblind and controller customization options, but there's always room for improvement. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick's salary and bonuses are being cut in half with his new contract. Activision Blizzard has been heavily criticized for laying off hundreds of employees to cut costs while paying Kotick nearly $200 million a year. To his credit, Kotick's tenure as CEO has seen the company's revenue skyrocket, but a company making more money than ever before while laying off hundreds of employees and paying executives huge bonuses is just a recipe for scrutiny. Kotick's new contract still includes performance-based bonuses that pay out up to 200% of his base salary. The big part is that he'll no longer be getting those incentive bonuses that could pay up to $200 million and represented a huge chunk of his pay last year. The Apex Legends Legacy event gameplay trailer is live. It gives us a complete look at the new hero Valkyrie's abilities. Her passive is VTOL jets that lets her boost up to high spots or hover for a short time. The ability consumes jet fuel but recharges automatically over time. Her tactical ability is a missile swarm. This has a small area of effect but damages and distorts the vision of any enemy caught within it. Finally, her ultimate ability supercharges her jetpack, launching her sky high. Teammates can also tether to Valkyrie when she uses her ultimate and get boosted as well. The Legacy event update goes live on May 4th. In addition to the new Legend, it also adds a permanent 3v3 mode and updates the Olympus map. As for balance changes and adjustments, the patch is doing a lot of interesting things. All players will drop with a starter kit that includes a level 1 Evo shield and helmet, 2 shield cells and syringes, and a knockdown shield. Level 1 helmets and knockdown shields have been removed from the loot pool. This should simplify the early game looting process and get players into the action faster with more consistent outcomes. It also means that there's room in the loot pool for more valuable items and weapons. The update is also adding emotes to the game that players can activate during a match. The big concern is that they will switch to a third-person view when used, but Respawn have implemented an anti-peek system that will prevent the camera from revealing enemy players behind cover. The last significant change is to Lifeline's abilities. Her healing drone Revive has lost its shield but can revive 2 players at once. In addition, her care package now has guaranteed upgrades for your current gear. The patch notes cover tons of other minor tweaks and changes. There's also a few UI updates that players will be excited to see. Overall, it is a massive patch and will have full coverage when it goes live. Microsoft are making bold moves with the Halo franchise and their digital game store. The Halo Master Chief Collection now has more than 10 million players on PC alone. Who would have thought putting one of the biggest FPS franchises back on PC after a decade of people asking for it would have actually worked out so well? Following in Master Chief Collection's footsteps, Halo Infinite will also support multiplayer crossplay and cross-progression. Players on Xbox One, Series, and PC can all play together, and their progress will be tracked across multiple multiple platforms if they switch hardware. The PC version of Infinite will also support some high-end features like ultra-wide resolutions, triple keybinds, and extensive graphics options. Now, outside of Halo, Microsoft are also dropping their cut of sales from 30% to 12% on their PC game store. The move represents a shift in the industry toward distributors taking smaller cuts of digital sales. 30% was the industry standard in the heyday of physical distribution, but with digital sales rapidly overtaking physical and online retailers essentially being just fancy cloud storage for games, there's been a lot of pressure to reduce the cut. Epic's controversial game store paved the way for lower cuts by offering developers 88% of the revenue. Their main competitor, Steam, currently takes 30% cut of the revenue, but reduces it based on sales milestones. It sounds like Microsoft is revamping their whole PC store system to be more inviting to developers and directly compete with Epic and Steam. Co-op survival shooter GTFO just got its biggest update yet. Rebirth adds a new sector to explore, complete with new missions, monsters, and gameplay mechanics. GTFO is like an R-rated version of Left 4 Dead mixed with Killing Floor 2. It's a brutally hardcore game that requires tight teamwork to beat. Rebirth is the game's 5th major update. It's currently available on Steam as an early access title and is 20% off to celebrate the update. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is getting the next-gen upgrade this summer. The game got a next-gen optimized update at the start of the year, but that was mostly just an unlock for the game's resolution and frame rate. The next-gen upgrade will offer several technical improvements. Unfortunately, they don't detail what these improvements are, but you can expect better graphics options, performance, and enhanced modes. The update will be free for existing owners and is launching on both Xbox Series consoles and PlayStation 5. Facebook are launching a version of the Oculus Quest 2 that doesn't require a Facebook account. Unfortunately, for the privilege of not having to sign in with a Facebook account, you'll have to pay $800 for a business class Oculus Quest 2. That's double the price of the most expensive consumer version, despite them being identical hardware. On top of that, the enterprise-grade software service for the business mode costs $180 a year. Clearly, the target demographic here is business and not consumers looking to get around Facebook accounts. Before we get to our final story today, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. Based on recent leaks and rumors, we might be getting a Battlefield 2021 teaser of some sort tomorrow. Stay tuned for coverage if that actually happens. If not, well, then I guess we can all have a good laugh about it in tomorrow's episode of Today in Gaming. Amnesia Rebirth's adventure mode is now available on PlayStation consoles. This mode removes hostile monsters from the game, letting players explore and complete it in peace. It's a welcome addition to the game and expands on the safe mode from their previous game, Soma. That game had a mod that made hostile enemies ignore the player and was widely praised for making the game accessible to people that don't enjoy being stressed out. The developers officially implemented it in a post-launch update. The update for Rebirth also unlocks a 60 FPS mode for the game on PlayStation 5. And that wraps it up for Today in Gaming. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.